Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining to this session. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get started with class.
Afternoon,
And
sir.
first of all, do you have any question about whatever we discussed in the last class? Is there any question?
So far, so good, sir.
Okay, great. Uh, Actually, I am now in Germany. That's why you see that I'm wearing very warm clothes here. The weather is very cold, and now it's 8 a.m. here. And uh, just only because I said good morning, this is the reason. Good afternoon in Malaysia. Okay, let's get start our class and let's see what we are going to discuss today. Actually, since I'm here, I'm not going to talk very long. Maybe we just have a 1 hour class, and then after that, I will let you know some tricks about the assignment, and also your next week assignment. Okay. Today we are going to talk about the machine learning basics. As earlier we discussed in last week, and I told you in AI, we need to know about the machine learning. Machine learning is one of the backbone and requirements for AI. Why we need to see that, when we need to have it? Because actually we need to have some sort of machines to be able to learn from the environment, to learn from the data, sorry, that we're providing for them. And through that learning, then we can use some analytics. Machine learning is a powerful tool that enables computers to learn from the data without explicit programming. That is very important. Without explicit unit programming, that means that we are not going to write coding, some programming to teach machine what to do. Actually, the machine by itself, from whatever data that we are sharing, okay, whatever data that we are providing for the machine, it's automatically will learn. That's why this is some no code approach here. It's regulating various industry from the healthcare to finance. And yeah, in the last class also, your assignment also is about this, that what is the AI rules in the environment, for example, in healthcare or in finance? That later on I will give you some example about different parts of that. Okay, machine learning, if I want to give you some more details, I can highlight three main parts of the machine learning. The first and most important things in machine learning is the machine learning focusing on developing some sort of algorithms. Okay, these algorithms can learn from data, and based on that learning can do some prediction and do some decision. This is the main target by machine learning. Okay, we want to see, okay, if we have this data, how we can predict the future, what will happen in future. This is prediction. This is very important in business and in many areas. Okay, for example, like weather. You have planned to go somewhere. You need to have some prediction about the weather to know what kind of clothes you need to carry, how you need to arrange your trip, okay? And for any things, you need to have prediction. For example, you want to go somewhere, you need to see how far is that place. And if you are going on, for example, Friday evening to that location, how is the traffic jam in that location, and predict how long time you need to reach to that place. Okay, that's why we said prediction is important. And based on the prediction, we can make decision. Okay, this is the prediction means that if we have a good prediction, then we can see that what exactly we need to do. Helping because prediction providing some sort of information for us. Prediction helps us to have some more information, and based on the information, we can make better decision. The first thing that we have in machine learning is the learnings happen based on the data. Machine learning algorithms are designed to identify the patterns and trends in data. How is the patterns and data? For example, this is a company. We are selling one product and we are here for last 5 years. The number of selling of products in each month is clear. Okay, how many products you are selling in January, how many in February, how many in other months until to December. We are clear and we know that how many products we are selling. Okay, then machine learning try to learn from this data that in which months we selling more and in which months we selling less. And from there, finding a pattern for us. Okay, now we know that in October, November, the number of selling suddenly increased. That's why we can predict next upcoming October, November, we need to prepare more product. We need to produce more product because we will have more customers. This is something that we are looking for. Now I can make decision how much material I want, how much manpower I need, and the rest of this. For example, you are a hotel manager. You are owner of the hotel or manager of one hotel in Malaysia. Okay, something that is very clear, weekday and weekend, the number of customers are different. Somehow there are some public holidays, like the Monday that is public holiday, or like Hari Raya that is a public holiday. In the public holiday time, you will have more requests. That's why maybe during the week, you need to have just only fewer staff to arrange everything because you don't have that much customer. But somehow for holidays, you need to have more staff to cover all the guests in the hotel, okay, to do everything, to prepare for everything. That's why I can say that if we have this prediction, the prediction will let you know, okay, prepare yourself. Upcoming month, there is a one public holiday, and in that public holiday, you will have 90% of your room booked. That's why you need to have more staff. You need to have more food. You need to have many other resources. This is something that from the data that we already have, we can predict what will happen in future and how I can prepare myself for future. And this is very important. No explicit programming. As I earlier mentioned also, the good part is uh, traditionally, maybe you need to do programming to teach machine what to do. But nowadays, you no need to do programming. You don't need to write a code. You don't need to do any programming to machine for machine learning algorithm. And the machine learning algorithms learn from data without being explicitly programmed for a specific task. This is called one advantages of the machine learning. And the last one is the adaptive system. The good thing about machine learning is since the machine learns from the environment, learn from the data that you are providing, the machine can adapt itself faster and easier. Okay, machine learning model can adapt and improve their performance over time as they are exposed to more data. Let's compare the ChatGPT. ChatGPT has came to the market 1.5 year or 2 years back. Within the last 2 years, you can see that how fast it's improving. Maybe first day, if you write a prompt, the answer that you got is not accurate than today. Okay, today you can design photos, you can design video, you can make a sound with this uh, AI, and you can see that it's improving very fast. Every day you can see something new. And the amazing part is many part is improved by AI itself. Means AI nowadays, for example, the ChatGPT again has thousands of customers, millions of customers around the world. Okay, millions of users go and write prompt and get the result, change the prompt, get another result, and AI learn from of this. Okay, this person asking some question, I give this answer and it's not happy that much. But another person writing approximately same and I give another answer and that person is okay. It means that this is some feedback. The system automatically can make itself adapt with what to do and what is the right things. That's why these are the three things that we have in machine learning, learning from data, explicit programming, and adaptive system are the main part that we have. In last class, we will remember that we discussed about the different method of learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and another method that today I'm going to discuss more. What exactly is the supervised learning and what is the unsupervised learning and what is the difference between these few methods? Supervised learning involves training a model on labeled data. What is that labeled data? For example, you have a database. In your database, you have one column you're putting name, one column you're putting age, one column you're putting, for example, gender, one column you're putting mobile phone number, one column you're putting email address. See, you already put some label for each data. That's why your machine will know that, okay, what is this data for and what is this data? If you ask something, the machine immediately can go and find the answer because data there is labeled. It's clear for machine that what is the data. Please mute your device once you are in the class. Unless you have question, you can raise your hand up. Okay, this is the labeled data. The training data include both input features and corresponding targets, outputs, guiding the model to learn. The relationship between them is called labeled data. For example, predicting the house price based on the features like size, location, and age. See, I know the size, location, and age, and these are the labels that I put for my data to differentiate the data from each other, or classifying the emails as a spam or not a spam. This is another way that we can put some label on the data that we have. That's why we have the supervised learning means that we already putting label and the machine know what is each label, what is each data for, and it's called as a supervised learning. We already supervise machine for learning process. The second approach that we have is the second method of learning that we have is unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, it involves the training a model on the labeled data where the model must discover patterns and the structure on its own. Means the machine receives a lot of data and it's not clear what does this data for. And then it's the machine's path to go around and find what is the data for. Means manually the machine, not manually, the machine by itself try to make some label for the data. Okay. Unlabeled data that we say is the training data lacks target output and the model learns by identifying the relationship and grouping within the data. What is this data for? It's categorized under one group. What is the another data? It's categorized under another. Okay, and the machine can put label by itself. This is the main difference between the supervised and unsupervised learning. In the supervised learning, the data that we have is labeled and it's clear, and in unsupervised learning, the data that we have actually is not labeled or unlabeled. And then after the machine put a label for data, is a time to discover the patterns. What does it mean, discover the patterns? Okay, now I have data. What is the relationship with this data? What is the relationship with different numbers, text in this database? From there, I can find some patterns, classes, or anomalies in data within the any prior knowledge of the desired outcome. For example, customer segmentation, anomaly detection, and reduction of the dimensionality. Okay, these are the things that is from the enabled data. Okay, this is the second method of learning unsupervised. And as you remember from the last class, we had one another method that is called reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is another method that involves the training and agent to interact with the environment and learn through the reward and penalties. What does it mean? It means that, okay, we know that we have supervised and unsupervised. But after this learning happens, we need to go one step beyond to improve the quality of the learning. Their reinforcement learning is there to improve the quality of learning. How we can improve the quality of learning? One of the approach that we have is agent environment interaction. Okay. In this method, the interaction between the machine and environment and taking action and receiving reward and penalties may be based on its performance. If it's done something good, we receive one like one approve and one reward that is the correct way. This is a good job. And if not, then the system will know that, okay, something is not good and I am not going to do this again. That's why this is the penalty for it. Or learning from the feedback. One of the best methods for improvement is learning from feedback. That not only in the machine, in the current life, in the or daily life also we can do that. We can learn from feedback. What does it mean? Means that in each process, you will receive many feedbacks. And those feedbacks will help you to improve your learning process. Okay. If I receive a positive feedback, it means that I'm doing good and I need to go ahead. This is the right way. But if I receive a negative feedback, it means something is wrong. This method is not working very well, and I need to find another method. Just imagine that you're producing a product, okay? You spend a lot of money on that product and time as well until the end. And at the end of the process, you see that it's not working. Maybe happens, okay? You produce something and at the end you see that it's not working. Can just compare with the method that in between, in the middle of the way, you take some feedback. For example, you just design the product and you send this design to someone and ask for feedback. They come back to you with some feedback. Okay, the design is good. Some small corrections, and you already fixed the design. Then you go and select the material. In this step also you can go and get some feedback. If you go with this method, means in each step you get some feedback from those experts in that field. We call it the learning from feedback. Then you can be sure that the product at the end of the day will be a good product. This is the difference, and this is something that you need to notice. For example, autonomous driving. You know the autonomous driving, the cars that drive by itself, and the Tesla is the pioneer of this industry. Okay, the first day, of course, when the Tesla started with autonomous driving, this car have accident, this car maybe go wrong way, and many problem. But from each mistake, they learn, okay, how to fix it. Still, they are saying that the autonomous driving 99% is trustable and accurate, but still 1% is there, maybe some accidents happen or something. That's why we can go to improve the quality of the autonomous driving or other method by receiving feedback from the machine, from the system in each step. We have something that is called as a linear regression. Linear regression is one of the method of forecasting. Okay, means that we can find the patterns between the data, two variables, okay, time and cost. By time, the cost is going up. This is a line, okay, this is a straight line relation between the time and cost. It's called linear regression. We have this, then, and we find this pattern, this line equation. Then after that, we can predict everything and we can forecast many things that will happen in future. Okay. Linear regression is a supervised learning algorithm that models the relationship between variables using a straight line. The type of this regression is a supervised regression, and it's used for the objective of that is predicting the continuous value. Okay. And is the linear equation. The model that we have is a linear equation that the time is there as a variable. When you put the time, for example, next month, next 2 months, next year, the equation will give you the amount of cost in that particular time. Okay, that's why we have this linear regression as one of the model. Another model that we have is the logistic regression. This logistic regression is different with the whatever you have in transportation and logistics. The logistic regression is a supervised learning algorithm that predicts the probability of an event occurring often for binary classification. Here, first we need to discuss about the binary classification. What exactly is the binary classification? Binary classification is prediction whether an event will occur or not and represent as a binary outcome, 0 or 1. Okay, this is the binary. When we talk about the binary, it means we're talking about the 0 and 1. The light is on or off. We don't have any other thing. Okay, I can buy or I cannot buy this product. This is a binary. This is some sort of classification. This email that I'm receiving is a spam or not a spam. Okay. The situation that we have two options, one occur and another one not occur, is called the binary classification. And in logistic regression, we are talking about the binary classification and doing the probability and predict based on the probability of an event occurring. Okay, how many percent is possible that these events happen? 95%. But we have only two options. It's happening or it's not happening. So a factor sigmoid function is a user the sigmoid function to map the linear combination of the feature to a probability between 0 and 1. Okay. Where is the application? Is applied for the spam detection, fraud detection, and medical diagnosis. As a medical diagnosis, if I want to give you one example, just imagine the medical doctor one make decision to do the surgery for one patient, okay, for one person, do surgery or do treatment with medicine, okay. These are the two approaches that doctor need to make a decision. How doctor make decision between these two approaches to select which one? Go for surgery or go for medicine? Based on the data, first of all, the patient's information, age, condition, the level of the sickness, and many other things. Okay. And the second thing is based on his experience. The doctor remember that in the past, I had a patient that had the same condition and it was the same situation. What I did, I went through the treatment and I get good result. Okay, that's why we try to do the same here. Based on the experience, we find that okay, it's better to go for treatment. Just imagine that instead of this doctor, we have an AI. And AI not only have few cases similar to this, have access to thousands of the same patients all over the world. All have the same things. And finding, okay, based on all the cases, it's better to go for surgery. Of course, AI don't want to make a decision for you. As a doctor, doctor can make decision to do whatever, but AI can give you some extra information and will help you to know how you can do that, okay? How you can make a better decision. This is what AI can do for you. Somehow people thinking that, okay, we are not going to ask AI to make decision on behalf of us. No, we are not talking about AI. AI is not there to took your place and make decision. AI is there to give you some useful information about similar cases that happens before. What was the decision and what was the result? And then when you have this kind of information, you can make your decision better. This is the advantages of AI that we have in the process. That's why you should be very clear what exactly is the role of AI in this situation. Is there any question?
Not a question, but some of the students in the WhatsApp chat, they are asking if you could approve them into the Teams meeting.
Approve them.
Yeah, because when we join your teams, when we join this team, when we join the Teams group, we have to be approved by you before we can join.
Well, yeah, thanks, dear.
Message for them to join. Okay. Let me check the WhatsApp group because actually when I'm talking, unfortunately cannot do both. Yes. Okay, so now the student can access. Please just let them know to log into the team because actually for coming and joining to the class, no need to approval, but maybe there are some missing to join to the teams channel. By the way, okay. Here you can insert trying to fix it. Okay. Is there any other question? Good.
So
Okay,
far, so good.
decision tree. Okay, decision tree. Decision tree is another topic that we are going to cover and talk about it today. Okay. Decision tree are supervised learning algorithms that use a tree-like structure. Okay. And what does it mean and how it's working? This structure is to make decision based on a series of rules. You know that somehow you make one decision, and this decision is related and have some effect on your future decision as well. For example, I want to buy a car. This is the first decision. I want to buy a car. The second decision is coming. What car I want to buy? Okay. This question is happen and this decision making happens if the first decision's answer was yes. If I go and buy a car, then the second decision is coming. That's why we can say in business and in entire life, actually, decisions are back to back. Means when you're taking one decision, you will have another decision related to that first decision. This is very important, and you have a very clear view to outcome of your decisions because it's a series of decisions or depends to the rules, and you need to see that if you today you want to do one, if today you're selecting the option A, what will be the other decision that you need to make? Somehow now today I try to go for the one option. I try to make decision, and after that, I see, oh, I did mistake. Because maybe in the first day, in the first decision, I didn't predict what will happen in later. You didn't have a clear. That's why you need to have a clear view about the output of your decision. If you today you are going to make a decision, you need to see that what will be the next and next and next decision depends to the first decision that you. And this is the decision series, and based on that, you can find that what exactly you need to do. Decision tree is a tree structure, like a tree is the combination of the nodes and branches. Okay, then can help you to understand better what does it mean. Each node is the in the tree represent a decision based on a feature with branches leading to different outcomes. Somehow you make a decision and the outcome will be something totally different. That's why you need to have prediction. If you go for decision, what will be the outcome? We need also some decision rules. The tree structure define a set of decision rules that are used to classify or predict the outcome. Somehow, when you are making this decision, you cannot expect the system to come with other type of result. You are the person that making this decision, and you need to see that the result will be based on your decision. Okay, that's what is we call it as a decision rule. If you select this branch, of course, you can just only see the fruits in this branch. You cannot go and take the fruits from the another branch. This is something that is called as a decision rule. And the third one is interpretability. Okay. And decision trees are easily interpretable and making them suitable for understanding the reasoning behind prediction. These are the decision trees and rules for the decision trees that we have in AI and data analytics. Random forest. Okay, when we're talking about a random forest, we want to make this is a bit expanded. For example, we said that okay, making decision is like a tree. When I make one decision today, the next decision is related to my previous decision. Okay, and how can I know? Because previously also we said that, okay, if I'm going to make a decision, I need to know what are the expected result, and based on that expected result or outcome of the decision, I can see what exactly is better to be made as a decision. Okay, now this is one tree, and this is just limited. How can I get experience? How can I know about the future of my decision before it's happened? Before I make decision, I would like to know what exactly is the outcome. Other people that making the same decision, what was the result? This is something that we are looking for. What about the other people? What was the result for other people? Then, if I have a very clear view on that, I can say, okay, now I understand that uh, I can get experience from the others. Okay, assemble the learning. The random forecasting or in the other word, random forests, are a powerful ensemble learning algorithm that combines the multiple decision trees to improve the accuracy and reduce the over fitting of your decision. Okay, of course, I'm looking for a way to for an approach to improve the accuracy of my decision making. One of the methods that I have is learning from the others. Okay, see the other trees in the jungle and see the other decision making model in the environment and learn from them that which one actually is working better, which one actually is more accurate. Then from there, I can find, okay, now I learned if previously many people did this and the result was very good. That's well, the situation is same. I'm in the same situation, I'm in the same condition. That's why I'm going to make similar decision. Okay, this is the something that we call as an ensemble learning, combining the multiple decision tree to improve the overall prediction accuracy. Or in other words, is that each tree votes for a prediction and the majority vote determine the final outcome. Okay, this is called as a ensemble voting, and we need to have a look the final outcome because if we make something wrong, then maybe the final outcome will be totally different. That's why we need to have a very clear view what is the result of this decision and how can I make better decision. Or another thing that is important that we go for random forest is the reducing the overfitting. Okay, averaging the prediction of multiple trees reduce the risk of overfitting to the training data. Okay, we just have a look to other samples, learn from others, then what exactly is the best method, what is the best things to do, and we can learn from that. This is another one, and if I just want to go and just to some conclusion, today we talk about the machine learning. We learned what exactly is the machine learning as one of the requirements for AI. Then we give this possibility to machine to learn from the environment, to learn from whatever I'm doing, to learn from all happening things. Why? Because at the future, data collected by machine wants to be analyzed and help us provide some information to help us to make or decision. That's why we have this supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. You know that in supervised learning, we are talking about the labeled data. The data that we have some sort of label. We know what exactly is this data for, and it's very clear for us to, not for our for machine, to understand what is this data for and how to use data, how to do the analysis on data. From there, we can find some regression like linear regression and find some equation and predict the future and help us for decision making. In the another category, we have unsupervised learning that, as you remember, I mentioned that we have the unlabeled data. Okay, the data that we have in this category doesn't have label, doesn't clear what does the data is about. And we do a predefined outcome. And the third learning approach that we have for machine learning is the reinforcement learning. In the reinforcement learning, the agents learn by interacting with an environment, maximizing the rewards and minimizing the penalties. Okay, these are the things that happening in reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, we try to improve the quality of the data. We try to improve the quality of learning. As much as we provide more data, as much as we provide some sort of reward and penalties, as much as we provide some sort of feedback on whatever happening, so we can help system to have better approach, improve the quality and come with a better result. And this is something that we are looking for in reinforcement learning. That's why you need to know that when we're talking about machine learning, what exactly is the different approach for machine learning? How is the process of the learning and how it's happening? Okay. Yes, this is all about the AI and machine learning in AI. And now I'm going to open the table. Okay. Is there any question about whatever we discussed? You can write your question in the chat box, or you can turn on your mic and ask your question.
Yeah, I have a question about decision trees and forests. So like from what I understand, right, a decision forest is like you split the training data into like different trees, and then after the decision trees make their decision, you combine them again. But then why don't you just use all of the data to build a tree? Why do you have to like split it and then combine it again?
Okay, actually, no, it's not that way that we are splitting the data to different trees. No, each tree is a sample of one project, a sample of one case, different case to another case. Okay, the things that happening, each tree have its own decision and with the result that comes after each decision making. And this forest, in the other word, back to that slide. Yes, here. This forest or random forest that we call, we are going to just ensemble the day learning from the other cases. It's not one decision that we split into different trees. No, each tree is one case, is one project, is different story, but from too many different story, too many different cases, maybe I can learn to make better decision. I can see, okay, it was another case happens before, then what it was the result, and then I can learn from that how I can do and how I can make decision comes with a better result. Okay?
Oh, so like if there's like 10 different but similar cases, and then like one approach, for seven of the cases, it's successful, and then for three, it's like not successful, then you can learn, oh, okay, maybe if I do this, I'll be more likely to be successful.
Exactly. Yes, because
Ah.
the time that you want to make decision, actually you are not sure what will be the result. But if you have a look to another case that they already make this decision and they already the result is there, you can be sure, okay, if I choose the option A, what will be result? What will be the result? And you can bring up the accuracy of decision making. This is just only to enrich your information and help to make better decision. Okay, good, thank you. Is there any other question from entire class? 100 students, 101, and only one question. Okay, if you don't have question, let's just go just to review what exactly you will have as the assignment. Currently, you have one assignment. I see that you're creating one Excel file to categorize your assignment. You still have time until 1st of October to finalize your group. And also don't forget to put the topic. The area that you want to do to your research, what is that? Is that healthcare? Is that finance? Is that education or any other area? Okay. This is the first step. You need to make it clear what is the area that you want to do your research and who are your team members. Okay. Don't forget that team members should be 3 to 5. Okay, not less than 3, not more than 5. Okay, because actually we're talking about the team that, and this is a rough number for team, and you need to follow that. The next things that you need to do is after you creating this team, later on based on your selection, I will add this team to the BLMS and just only you need to submit once. You don't need to each of you submit the assignment, and if one person submit under the group, then it will consider as submitted assignment. This is one point. And another thing is next week, we don't have the online class. Instead of online class, immediately at 2 p.m., means same time of your class, one assignment, this is the individual assignment, will open for you. Okay? This assignment is a report by Microsoft about the role of AI in the manufacturing. And I'm going to share this file with you. It's around 20 some pages. You need to go through this assignment, read the assignment, and write a review, a critical review on that assignment, that report. Okay? And don't forget that this individual assignment means each of you need to do separately. Please, we are using Turnitin. We are not going to expect you to see you all copy each other. Okay, I would like to see each person doing the assignment individually. Okay, and maybe you can have some chit chat together, discuss together. But at the end of the day, each of you need to submit separate and different answer and different analysis and different report for that assignment. You know that Turnitin nowadays can capture. And if we find similarity between your assignment or similarity of AI answering to your assignment, then you are not going to get these assignments mark. Okay, that's why this assignment, since you are working around, some of you are working during this time, I'm not going to make the time very limited, means 2 hours. You will have 24 hours after assignment open. You will have 24 hours to send your reports. Okay, not 24 days, 24 hours. And this time cannot be extended. That's why in the next class, we are not going to have live since I'm on travel. I'm not in Malaysia, and next week I cannot conduct the class. That's why you will have this assignment as your attendance, is considered as your attendance, and also as one of your assignment required for this subject. Is there any question?
So I just want to ask you if I can join next week class because I have another function out of our working area, so I have to go to Terengganu. So I think I cannot attend that class that you are given. For example, just now you give some assignment. How is it, sir? Is it can I do after that or what?
Actually, I just said next week we don't have online class, means that we don't have this online uh, Microsoft Team class. Just only sharply at 2 p.m. is the time of the class. In the BLMS, you will have access to the assignment, and you need to go download the assignment and do the assignment. All the instruction is there, what you need to do, how to write the critical review, everything is there, and you just need to know that you have 24 hours for doing that assignment. Okay, but no attendance for the online class. Your attendance will capture based on the submission. As long as you submit the assignment, is considered as attendance to the class. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. So that means next week, the assignment will open for 4 hours. That means anytime, sir.
24 hours.
24 hours. Okay, sorry. Oh, cool. So
Yes,
next week,
24 hours.
the assignment will be open for 24 hours. So we have to choose our suitable time to answer the assignment and submit on within that 24 hours, sir.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And
Doctor,
this will consider as your attendance to the next week class, but next week we don't have this live class.
Doctor, one more thing is it individual or group, doctor?
This is the individual assignment, okay? You
Okay,
only have one
got it.
group assignment. You only have one group assignment that I already given, okay? The one that you are making your groups.
And I have
That
not,
one is the,
well, I
sorry?
do not have any group yet for the group assignment anyway, Doctor.
Sorry again.
I do not have a group yet for the group assignment.
Okay, that's why you need to go to WhatsApp group and try to communicate with others and try to find empty groups. As I know, there is one Excel file there that the students making the groups, and you can just go join and see which
Yeah,
one is the right group for you. Okay,
thanks, Doctor.
maybe Chan can help you to do that because I don't know, you created the Excel file, am I right?
Yep, I'm currently finding the link and posting in the WhatsApp group.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, just go through this file and try to see which groups are empty. You communicate with others in that group and try to find your members. And don't forget that you have time until 1st of October. Those that they are not selecting the group by that time, I'm not sure that how will be. Yes, now Chan already sent the link in that, and you can go visit the link and see which group is more good for you. Okay, is there any other question about assignment?
Yeah, I have two questions. So one is for like next week's assignment. That's like a case study of like Microsoft, right? Something like that.
No, that one is the
No?
report by Microsoft. If you want, let me share just what does it. Hmm, Give me a moment. Yes, Okay, this is a report that I'm going to share with you, a guide to generative AI with Microsoft solution to power your AI business transformation. Okay, it's a 23 pages report by Microsoft. The only thing is, I would like you to go through, read that, and write a review, a critical review on that. Okay,
Ooh, okay.
it is not case
And
study. Yeah.
no, I guess. Oh, okay. And for our group assignment, right? So if we can't coordinate the time to record the presentation together, can we record individually and then like edit it together?
No, since you have time until 16 November, okay, I think it's better you try to find a time to do the presentation in the group.
Yeah, because like I
Okay.
know like some of the students they have like different working schedules, so it's a little difficult, but I will try.
Yeah, it's better. I think it's not that much because it's 15 minutes only. Okay. Maybe it extend to half an hour maximum time. And I'm sure between 5% you can find half an hour that all of you be free and available to do that. Also, you have time until 16 November, you have time. That's why let's go for that type of presentation.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you so much for joining to this session. And please, I will share the video later on in the YouTube, and you can see the video. And also, if you have any question, you can drop a message in WhatsApp or email, and I will reply to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for joining to this session, and see you soon. I cannot say next week because next week we don't have the live class, but I will see you soon. Thank you so much and have a
Thank
good
you, sir.
afternoon. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye,
Bye.
sir.
See you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
you, bro.